Hey, what's up, guys? And welcome back to Lazy Couch Thoughts. Kind of took off Monday. In case you didn't know, there's a huge winter storm going on. I was kind of busy packing, panicking, trying to get back home because didn't want to be stranded at my apartment on campus just in case something bad would happen. And I kind of lost track of time around 3 or 4 o'clock. I was like, oh my gosh, didn't post Lazy Couch Thoughts for Monday, so I'm making it up today. So today we're gonna be talking about the Draymond Green comments after the game on yesterday night, Monday night. I'm recording this on Tuesday, trying to get ahead of the ball so we don't have another, So anyways, in case you didn't see it, Draymond Green had a press conference after the game in regards to the Andre Drummond situation. In case you didn't see that, the Cavaliers are going to hold Andre Drummond out of games until he is traded. So he's going to be a healthy scratch. He just can't play for the next, 2-3 weeks until the Cavaliers find a trade partner for him, in which they will trade him, and then he's supposed to play again. Now, Draymond, Draymond, he has some pretty, he's very opinionated. In this situation, he is 110% correct. He said it's very messed up that the teams can do that. The teams are allowed to say, hey, you're not allowed to play. We're going to look to trade you. We're actively trying to get rid of you. You can't play. And the player has to just sit there and be quiet. He has to sit down on the bench every single game. He has to show up every game. Can't talk. He can't complain about it. And then whenever he shows up to his new team, he needs to be ready. He can't show up fat and out of shape because he didn't play for 3 weeks. He still needs to be training and be ready for that new team because that's just how it works. You have to be able to be ready to play basketball. You have to be ready to play 30 minutes a night, even though you weren't allowed to just play for 3 weeks. Now, Draymond saying there's a problem there because teams get praised for that. Nobody sees a problem with that. But then one of our players speaks out and says hey, I want to move out of this bad situation. They get dragged through the media. They get, they're expected to, not ever say anything. You're supposed to just talk to the ownership privately, hope that the ownership doesn't expose you and they get rid of you and everything works out fine. And you're supposed to show up and play every day and show up and, be good in the situation. So kind of like the Deshaun Watson situation as we're talking about. If you're looking at those two extremes, Deshaun Watson's in a terrible, terrible, terrible situation right now. He's trying to get out. They're not really letting him get out. And he's supposed to be professional. He's supposed to still show up to work every day, show up and practice, and do all this other stuff. But then when it's the other way around, the player just kind of has to deal with it. He doesn't have any leverage. He doesn't have any, leeway. He just kind of has to suck up and just, kind of take the consequences. I'm kind of falling over here. It's a very weird situation on how to get a little bit of decent lighting in here. So that's what that was. But he was kind of pointing out the irony in all of it, saying the player is supposed to be professional and still show up and work out and not cry, not pout about it, and not da-da-da-da-da. You have no leverage. Then on the other hand, the ownership, the team doesn't have to do that. The team doesn't have to be professional. It's just business when the team does it. But whenever James Harden wants out of Houston because it's a dumpster fire and he wants to go and they're not getting rid of him, all of a sudden that's not business. He's trying to make a business decision. He wants to go to the team that's going to win. But that's not considered business. That's considered being a crybaby. Now, Draymond Green is 110% correct in this take. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, well, they're millionaires. They can suck it up. Yeah, okay, so you're taking you're taking the side of billionaires. Remember that. Whenever you are the person saying, oh, this person's being overpaid, oh, this guy wants too much money, or you make a lot of money, remember that the person that is paying their salary are billionaires. They are billionaires. They are the people who make so much money off of these guys. And without these guys, the billionaires won't be making any money. Without Deshaun Watson, the Texans make no money. Without the players, you don't make money. So I would prefer, me as a fan, personally, if I had to choose between my favorite players making a little bit extra cash or the ownership group's pockets getting fatter, guess what? Alvin Kamara, I want you to get your money. Michael Thomas, I want you to get your money. You know what I'm saying? All these people who are oh, that's too much. He wants too much. He can walk. Dude, you're taking the side of your owner instead of taking the side of the player, the person who actually brings you joy. I didn't get that. And kind of while we're on the topic, the MLB needs a salary floor. Okay, cool, back to basketball. But every single thing Draymond Green said is 110% correct. It is just irony at its finest that when one side does it, it's business. When the other side does it, it's being a locker room cancer. It's being a crybaby. It's all this other stuff. And there's really nothing else to call it. That's just calling it how it is. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's probably all over Twitter still. I'll go retweet it on my personal account at Noah_Domangue. If you want to go check it out, you didn't see it yet, I'll help you out, kind of help you find it. I'll quote tweet it or something, and then you can go check it out. But he's 110% correct. Players are finally starting to realize that they have all the leverage. The ownerships really don't have the leverage, because if all the players bond together and stick together, the owners will have zero leverage because there will be no product on the field. So that's just kind of the way it is. And people, if you take one thing out of this video, please take in the fact that when it comes to money, when it comes to paying players, ask yourself, who would you rather? Think of your favorite team. Think of your favorite player and your favorite team. Now ask yourself, would you rather them make more money and kind of cut into the profit margin of the owner, or would you rather the owner have extra money? I personally, I want Xander Bogaerts to have that extra $5 million, if that's the case. You know what I mean? But that's going to do it for today. Please go check out his comments. He summed it up just perfectly. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe for more content like this, like the video, and I'll see you guys Friday. Peace.